there's a theme here. You know, Elijah knows most of these guys, as do you, but if we break it down, a lot of these guys have overcome some kind of adversity, whether it's drugs, whether it's overweight, whether it's this or that. And this is what it's taken to find purpose, and put them on the right path. And I think there's a beauty in that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I knew I was going to cry.
Yeah.
Hey, it was a beautiful moment, man. That's a big deal.
Well, like, to know Rex and to know what he's been through to get here, to know how self-conscious he was, like, he said, like, he was so adamant. He said, I'll never fight.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want all these people to see me, see how heavy I am.
What a beautiful thing, right? And he's overcome that. And he's got something to be proud of. And hell, that if he never fights again, it's beautiful. It was
an inspiring moment.
Absolutely.
And just from a guy I love. Like, I've seen him at the very bottom. I've seen him going through so much. And to see him so confident now and so happy. And he's got so many people around him that love him. Like, he's become a huge personality here at New Line. Everybody knows Rex. Everybody loves Rex. I think it was a big moment for a lot of us to get to see him go out there and compete because he's been watching. That's the thing that made him compete. He's been watching all these guys winning, watching all these guys that he knows he could hang with. He finally did it.
Yep,
did it.
That's what it's all about. Well, boys, let's take this time to thank our sponsors tonight: Duncan's Body Shop, the BillyGoat Store, and Fight Bros. Thank you all so much for sponsoring this event. And guys, this is one of the fights that I'm most excited for on this card.
It's definitely a great fight. Mitchel Vaughn is a guy we've been trying to match for probably over a year now. Hard to find a fight for him. It's hard to find good flyweights here locally.
I will say I've gotten the privilege to watch Mitch a couple of times fight over at ECC Cagefighting, and Mitch is a very well-rounded fighter. He actually fought up, like you were saying, it's hard to find flyweights. He fought up at 135 pounds for them and saw some decent success. He was in a hell of a fight in his last one out against Jimmy Fadfom. He actually dropped Jimmy in the second round with a huge knee. Jimmy was able to overcome the adversity and come back and get the W, but Mitch has been sitting out since then. We've not seen Mitch back in the cage since I think September was his last fight, and he's been having canceled fight after canceled fight, and he's itching to get back in there.
And he's found a very game opponent in Stephen McGrew. You want to talk about somebody who's been through adversity, it's Stephen McGrew. Stephen McGrew, we've not seen him in a while. We saw him and his brother at New Line a few years ago. Brother Shane, very talented guy. Stephen always was there for him, but they disappeared for a while, and the reason why is Stephen McGrew started dealing with addiction. He got hooked on heroin.
Yes.
And he's overcome that now, and here he is coming back stronger. Dealt with a brain injury, dealt with all kinds of stuff. An underdog story, Cinderella story for Stephen McGrew, and here he is, and he looks in great shape, very game against a very tough opponent in Mitchel Vaughn.
Yes, before this fight, I was talking to his coach, Jeff Breeden. Learned the same information, that's why he disappeared. He had a little bit of a drug problem. And again, that's what we just talked about, that now he has a purpose. He's coming here. Let me ask you this. Was his brother his twin brother?
I believe so.
So they used to show up at my gym every now and then with their coach, Jeff. I haven't seen him in years.
Oh.
And I think Steven's training at Category 5 in Hurricane now. I just want to give them a shout out.
Hopefully, that's an excellent gym.
Absolutely.
Eric Kuhn,
I don't know if you guys
on that last card trains out of there.
saw any of the build-up online before this fight, but there was a lot of smack talk, a lot of trash talk between these two guys.
I hear they come out.
Mitch asked if he wanted to touch gloves, and Steve said no.
Oh, he threw an axe kick, which is not a good move.
Beautiful.
But he might end up in a triangle.
Puts him right on his back.
But Mitch did a great job stuffing that leg down, passing to half guard.
He's got the underhook on his half guard, though.
Mitchell's wrapping up the neck,
which is kind of pointless in half guard top.
I think it's more for control than anything here. He's just trying to keep him down.
It's working, though, because Steven's got some opportunities to come into dogfight position, grab the leg, and come out to the side, and he's not.
Mitchell could have got that underhook a couple of times.
Yeah, well, look at that. He could go for deep half here. He's kind of doing it, but kind of not.
I'd love to see him pop back to his feet.
I will say that
he could go out the back door, I think, and head to his feet.
Exactly.
Mitch has...
It's there. He just maybe doesn't know that
he is.
Look,
now we got Steve McGrew trying to... Oh, big knee from Mitch.
barely grazed him.
Steve McGrew.
I mean, Steven's throwing some lazy stuff. That was awful.
Takedown there from Mitch, but he ends up in full guard.
I think you can see Mitch is definitely a
And now you
grappler.
can see
Yeah.
McGrew is trying to work.
Nice high guard, a little rubber guard.
Yeah,
right there.
rubber guard going.
Haven't seen rubber guard in a while, but he let it go.
Mitch has got his neck stacked up against the cage there.
He's got his arm in a dangerous spot. Now he gets it out of there.
But I do know Steven's coach, Jeff, does do some rubber guard every now and then, and that looked like he was doing a little bit. But this high guard is good. Like, if he rotated off to his left.
His head being trapped against the cage makes it a lot tougher.
Look, but he's coming out. Look, he
There
can
we
get an
go.
arm
He
here.
cuts that angle.
There he goes. There he goes.
He's going for the triangle setup.
He can do a triangle here. He can have an arm bar here. As you said, the cage is a little bit of a problem. See, if he would bring that leg over the head and go for the arm bar instead of the triangle, he'd have a better
He's
shot.
almost in like that rubber guard, like mission control spot.
And now Mitch takes his back.
And he's in a dangerous place right here.
And Steve McGrew trying to walk.
He might not be under the chin, but this is a bad spot.
This is the same spot we saw Ricky Lovato in, and he finished the fight here.
I would like to see him get a gable grip and start cranking.
Mitch is cranking.
Oh, he's going to tap.
Mitch is cranking.
Nasty neck crank.
Yeah, exactly. We call this the exorcist.
Between us guys, Mitch told him, he said, you'll have to give your blue belt back when I take your neck.
That's the thing about neck cranks. Like, tough guys can hang tough in them for a while. It's a pain compliance sort of thing, but man, it's nasty.
He is
getting
cranking the crap out of that. And you can see Mitch is putting a lot into it.
We've got about 30 seconds left, and I think he might survive the round here. Let's see if he does survive.
It's making a beautiful
he should go mount
Mitch
right
is
here.
going mount.
Yeah.
Beautiful job.
He didn't quite get it. He really, his defensive, Steven's defensive guard was pretty good there. He kept him from getting full mount.
He's in that like quarter guard.
Exactly, three-quarter mount.
And some shots now coming from Mitch.
Oh, he screwed up now. He got lucky.
That's the end of the first round, where I would say it's clear-cut Mitchel Vaughn.
I would argue if that fight went another 30 seconds, he might have been in trouble too.
Yeah, that neck crank was deep. You could see the color changing in Steve's face.
It shows Steve's grit, though. He's a gritty guy to hang tough in a neck crank that tight.
This is going to be the most important part of the fight. Who makes the adjustments here? There was a little bit of a wild first round, so we'll see who settles in. I would argue it doesn't matter. It's hard to tell who had the better skill level that way because it was so wild, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
It's flyweights. You know you're going to see a crazy pace.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
That fight was that. So far, it's been an insane pace.
Yeah, and obviously Mitchell got the best of him that round, but
Mitchell's breathing hard over there in the corner.
But he worked hard.
Yeah.
But I will say this: if I was in Mitchell's shoes, being 230 pounds, I probably wouldn't get off the stool right there.
So,
if
you're in Mitchell's corner here, if you're Zach Wilds, what are you telling him?
I would tell him to do the same thing, man. Get the takedown. He definitely looked stronger. Once they got to the ground, there was definitely a clear-cut advantage for Mitchell. You can tell right here. Look at.
If he can get this takedown, find a good
I think he's
spot
gonna get
and
it,
just
yeah.
settle in, this will be a bad
there's
round.
a guillotine.
Oh, man! It's tight! It's really tight!
Mitch is wincing there. He's
It's
trying
really
to fight
tight.
it out.
He's crunching. He's not crunching like he should.
That's exactly wrong.
Mitch is trying to get out. Did he tap? He tapped. Man, Steve McGrew.
Some guys have a sick squeeze there and they can still get it.
Yeah, he should have crunched to extended, but he still got it.
That's my favorite choke. I love that arm and guillotine.
Props to Steven.
Beautiful job. What a comeback. And he's had a hell of a comeback in life as well.
He did well, and that's a great metaphor, analogy for exactly what happened in his life, right? He took a beating that first round and then came back.
Yeah.
I'm going to go talk to that young man.
That was a great way to put that, Butch.
Sometimes accidents happen. What a heck of... I mean, honestly, I'm very impressed with these fights. What I'm
this has
impressed
been
by
solid fights all around.
is, Steven could have quit during the middle of that round, right?
Yeah.
Round number 2, your winner, a submission to the guillotine choke, Steven McGrew.
I wonder how much of that submission, too, was exhaustion. We just talked about how tired he was because, again, for lack of a better word, he blew his wad in that first round, doing what he should have done. He tried to finish the fight. However, when you get in a choke, when you're that exhausted, it's hard to fight back when you just
absolutely. And I think, honestly, too, he put so much into that crank, his arms were probably dead.
Look at us here. You can tell by the way that he puts his left hand there. He didn't grab the wrist to defend. He was probably looking for a way out. He's so tired.
Yeah.
About where you came from and how much this fight meant to you.
I think he's very emotional right now.
Yeah.
I felt in my head that brain injury, double brain bleed. I had brain surgery. I didn't know how to use the left side of my body. I had to relearn all that. And then a lot of people don't want me to talk about this, but since I was 14, I struggled with opiate addiction. I was very strung out on heroin only a year and a half ago. I've been clean about a year, and it's all thanks to my
That's what you like to hear, huh?
Absolutely.
Elijah's getting emotional up there too.
This fight here, that first round was a rough one. You overcame adversity, just like you have in life. You made an incredible comeback in this fight, just like you have in life. So talk us through it. Everybody was asking me, hey, are you ready? Do you feel good? It doesn't matter, I'm getting there. It doesn't matter if I'm ready, I'm getting there, I'm doing it. I'm gonna be as ready as I can be, but it's not a question you asked me. The thing is, I didn't expect him to be that heavy on the ground. I feel a lot of wrestlers, a lot of heavier guys. But he was pretty heavy on the ground. Props to him on that. I just couldn't find my range of strikes. And it was just a little too giddy. I really wanted to get after it. I wanted to set things up, I wanted to set the feet right. But just keep something in the group and get low the edges and keep driving on adversity. And that's what I've done in the past 10 years of my life. That's what I'll continue to do. And you will all know my name sooner or later. Stephen comes from McGrew. And I'm here to stay. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for an inspirational man, Stephen Kung Fu McGrew.
What an interview. I like seeing the emotion.